What's up, my fellow nerds? Coach Jim here. It's that time again where everyone starts to look forward to all the resolutions and habits they'll pick up in the new year. And this is great. We should all strive to change and improve over time. And I love the energy everyone brings to January 1st. But in looking ahead, some people fail to stop and take a look back. And in the words of a famous poet,
life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
So today we'll help you reflect and do a yearly review that'll actually help you level up and hit your goals next year. Let's go. Now, some people don't look back because they might feel shame and guilt over what they did or didn't do, but I implore you to take the time for a yearly review. One, because we all need to sweep out the metaphorical crumbs and cobwebs in our lives sometimes, which a review can do quite well. But two, we so very often find ourselves in the same situations repeating the same actions over and over again that it makes sense to look back and be aware of these automatic actions if we want to adjust them moving forward. So hopefully if you've watched this far, I've sold you on the idea of a yearly review. Next question, of course, how do you do one? First off, make sure you're in the right headspace for a review. It can be emotionally tiring to look back and do this work, so do it on a day you're feeling good or at least neutral and impartial. Stepping into this on a bad day would be counterproductive to what we want to do. Next, look back through all the artifacts of the year. Journal entries, calendar events, text messages, pictures, even work notes. There's so much that we tend to forget about in the scramble. And as you're going through everything, ask yourself these questions. 1. What was I proud of this past year? Whether it was a big or small achievement, whether the results were tangible or not, take stock in all of your victories. Write them down in a list. If you felt like there were none, then adjust how you define victories. If you were backsliding this year but did it a little bit slower or less frequently, that's a victory. Heck, if you just made it through this year, that's a victory too. Next, what things or experiences were the most positive and brought you the most joy? Write all of them down too. On the flip side, what things or experiences weren't helpful or enjoyable this past year? Put them down on a list as well. Next, what were some of the mistakes you made? It can be easier to look back with objectivity when you have some more time and distance from these kind of events. Now, this is not a time to beat yourself up. That's why we'll write down a list of mistakes as well as possible lessons we've learned. Einstein, who also liked to skip class, once said, "A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new." Take these lists, the good, the bad, and the ugly lessons. With all the good stuff, schedule things out in your calendar that you can do. Buy tickets, plan events and meetups, take steps to make them happen. This is a brilliant idea from Tim Ferriss, who says it's not real until it's in the calendar. For things that weren't helpful, put that list in your calendar at multiple intervals in the future, each month or every few months. This will be a reminder to not do those things, especially if you did them before out of guilt or obligation. There's a real opportunity cost when you get tangled up in all these negative, unproductive things. And those lessons learned, figure what you can do today and this week to put that wisdom into practice to give you direction on what to do next. And if you're still not sure what to do next, I'll tell you. Join the Nerd Fitness Anti-Challenge. Starting January 1st and going through January 6th, we got tired of New Year's challenges that had insane workout routines and super restrictive diets. Instead of unsustainable short-term challenges, we wanted to teach you how to build sustainable, long-term systems to keep you going long after New Year's motivation has died down. We'll have live stream discussions, worksheets, and even prizes awarded to those who participate. Click on the link around this video to sign up today. And sound off in the comments. What victories are you proud of, and what lessons have you learned? Have a nerdy new year, everyone.